live stream. This is an unedited video. I get a lot of people who get strangely angry that this live stream is boring and there's no editing. That's true. There is no editing. I cannot edit a live stream. Want to clarify that up front. So I will blame this on my own ignorance and lack of who said, some guy said trust but verify. I trusted and didn't verify. I was told that these 3-inch deck screws would be fine for the joist hangers and screwing the joists in. There's a total of 10 screws on a joist hanger, 3 that go into the ledger board, and then 4 or 6 that go into the ledger board and 4 that go crossways through the joist. These are not structural screws. These are not acceptable to use to fasten joists. I put in probably 400 screws of these, 400 of these deck screws, and I got my framing inspection. Everything else passed except for the screws are not acceptable. Again, this is my fault, and I'm happy that it was caught because I don't want any issues in the future where these might break or cause any issues. So they're being replaced with these 3-inch structural screws, which are about twice the diameter. I mean, they're the same length, but they're like twice the diameter. So the shear strength is much higher. So this live stream will kind of cover this area, getting those replaced, and we can hang out and talk and fire questions away and see where it goes. So enjoy. What do you want?
The bucket.
Oh. And I have my good friend from In and Outdoors. He's going to be moderating the comments and reading them off while I'm
not doing anything, so everyone can make fun of me again.
While I go through and fix the error of my ways.
It's always the little things.
It's always the little things.
This bucket is wet. Now my butt is wet. I apologize in advance. I have a sneeze coming. I can feel it. I feel the tickle.
I guess I'm going to start. So there's 3-inch screws that are going to run the crossways, and then there's 1.5-inch screws that are going to run.
Pull out one of the 1.5
back through the ledger board. So I'll show you.
Are they? I have 2 questions of my own. Are they the same diameter as the 3s?
Nope.
They're much smaller.
Yes. So.
Okay. And then my second question is, are the heads the same size, or are you going to have to keep switching?
They're not. I have to switch bits. So I'm going to go through.
So you're going to do all the 1.5s and then go back and do all the 3s.
So this is the size of the deck screw that I used. This is the size of the 3-inch structural screw that I was supposed to use. And this is the size of the 1.5-inch structural screw that runs the joist hanger back into that ledger plate. So these go in straight and these go in at an angle.
I don't really understand this because I feel like those 3-inch structural screws are just going to blast the end of the board apart because they're so wide.
That's what they want to see. So that's what we're going to do. All right. And I have to pretty much switch bits constantly because the bits are hex head. So,
well, if you leave the 3s in, the toed 3s.
Yeah.
You could go through and take out all of the plate screws.
That's what I'm going to do.
Go back with 1 bit.
Yeah.
Go back and put them all in with 1 bit.
Right.
And then, so you only really have to switch once.
So, if you pick out a good comment to read or a question,
throw something at you.
Read the comment so that anybody in the future watching understands what I'm answering, because I don't think we kind of been doing that.
Oh.
All right.
So you only want interesting comments?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Use your best judgment. I don't know. Keep the live stream at a good pace, I guess.
Washcloth wants to know what's the plan for the foundation in the future.
That's all gonna get fixed in the spring. It's kind of winter right now, and concrete's annoying to screw with in the winter. So I'm just waiting.
You're supposed to keep the concrete above freezing.
Yeah, so you use like blankets or enclosures, and I can just wait till it gets 50 degrees, and then I don't have to mess with that stuff.
April wants to know if you're going to live in the cabin.
Well, I don't know. I don't really have any plans for it at this point. It's just an interesting project, I guess.
Will you have to pre-drill the holes for the structural screws to avoid splitting the ends?
No. I don't think so.
Not now that we've already run deck screws into those.
Yeah, I mean, there's already holes there. And these...
Would you normally? I don't feel like you would.
I can't imagine.
Are those self-tapping? Do they have drill heads?
No. But I mean, neither do the deck screws. The joist hangers have...
The deck screws have a notch, don't they?
No. Oh, yeah, I guess a little bit. The joist hangers have holes in them for the screws that run this way, that when you put the screw in there, it kind of forces the screw to go at a specific angle. You can read you can read comments just to keep something going on, if you want.
I don't want.
Oh.
How long have you had the cabin?
I don't know. A couple years, I guess. I don't really know. I don't remember. All right, let's see how this is going to go. Give it to me.
It's annoying enough to do this the first time, like a million screws.
Yeah.
Literally 3 times the work. Good catch, but dang.
Yeah, it is pretty frustrating.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Got to be done.
It's right. I should have verified the information that I had, and I didn't. So it's kind of my fault.
It's like the insurance company when they charge you for something you didn't want for 2 years on your car.
Right.
And then you call and complain and ask for a refund. They say it's your responsibility to read the policy.
Right. You sound bitter about that, buddy. Something happened?
There's a little history there. What area are you in? What area in the building or what area in the world?
The northern hemisphere.
Dang, that thing's loud.
Yeah, how's that? Is this really annoying on the audio when I'm running the impact? Somebody tell me how they feel about that in the comments. I
mean, I feel like you're really annoying on the audio.
Well, you can let me know in the comments how you feel.
Nope, sounds good.
Okay.
It probably doesn't register how much louder it is than your voice.
No, probably not. Oh, and the other thing that we didn't do is you're supposed to have every single hole on the joist hangers filled, and we didn't. So I have to add a bunch. I have to add a bunch more screws.
Well, there's a reason we didn't.
Right, but we're just gonna fill every hole.
Well, there's a reason I didn't on my side. I don't know what your reason was.
I don't really know. I guess I just didn't fill every hole. I thought that I did, but I didn't. So You live and learn. How many people are in the?
190.
Holy cow!
You're awesome in your talents. Love learning from your amazing, interesting videos. You and your family have a beautiful sunny day.
We have a beautiful what?
Sunny day. Have a beautiful sunny day.
Why, thank you. That's very kind.
The impact wrench makes 3 times as much noise as you speaking. Yeah, but it's still not as annoying.
Sorry. Yeah, it's probably less annoying than me speaking.
What happened?
Yeah, so for anybody just joining us, I made a mistake. I used 3-inch deck screws to hang all the joist hangers and fasten the joist to the ledger board. And you're supposed to use structural screws, which are, their shear strength is higher. I'll just simplify everything. I kind of went over this at the beginning of the live stream, so I don't want to bore everybody.
Got his knuckles slapped by the safety police.
Yeah, trust and verify. I trusted and didn't verify, so it's kind of my fault. So now I have to go back on this floor and that floor, take all the 3-inch deck screws out and replace them with structural screws. So a little bit of annoying work, but at least it was caught now, and
I would
I would rather go through and do this and then not have any issues in the future.
I hate costly mistakes. Too much moolah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but you are saving the 3-inch deck screws we take out to be reused elsewhere. Yep. They can still use them on vertical framing.
And you know, I feel like somebody's going to probably say, well, you know, maybe you cut corners. Look, the structural screws cost the same as the deck screws. I would have 100% would have just bought the structural screws up front and saved all this time. I don't want to do. I hate doing things twice. It's a pet peeve. I cannot stand doing things twice.
Okay.
But
calm down.
It's
going to be okay. I promise.
I'm just saying. So, my fault. I'm glad we caught it.
That's why you should have used the wheelbarrow when you were cleaning up all that lath.
I should have put you in a wheelbarrow.
Are you threatening me?
No.
Any more hints on what you plan to do with those saved floorboards?
I
had a couple ideas.
The what?
About the saved floorboards.
Oh, I mean, I have a lot of ideas. All of those.
Somebody mentioned a shadow box for some of the artifacts. I thought that would be really cool. I have a couple ideas about that. The brass coat hook I'd really like to reuse just as a coat hook.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some ideas. I mean, it's not really. I don't.
There's lots of things you could do with it.
Yeah,
make a cool headboard for a bed.
To be determined, I guess. All that stuff, keep in mind, takes time. And
I was thinking you could run them vertically and use them as a closet door.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of ideas. You know, my main focus is working on the cabin as opposed to like some of that other stuff. That'll probably come later. But yeah, I definitely want to repurpose it. I think it'd be cool to see that stuff reused. Kind of a cool story to tell.
But probably nothing will happen with that until, at the very least, the structures and utilities work is done.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of work
that's going to happen right now.
Right. There's a lot of work here that has to be done before I can justify allocating time to that.
Somebody new to the channel, welcome.
Yeah, great to see you guys come in.
We got the hobo fire can going too. Keeping an eye on that.
Try not to burn down the place.
That's not why.
Oh. You know, if the cabin burned down, we wouldn't have to work on it anymore.
Smart.
Brilliant! I love it!
You're doing a fine job, sir. Don't quit now.
I quit. Uh-oh. I just got blasted in the face by whatever that was.
Opie said have a great day, and then he threatened to come out.
Opie.
Or
Yeah.
just swing by, I guess I should say.
Yeah, don't come out here. I don't want that. Challenge accepted.
Unless you bring some smoked ribs or something.
Yeah, or you know,
got
like an
any
impact.
food, Opie?
Huh? Or like an you could bring an impact and just do this for me.
Why not 2 guns rather than changing bits?
That's a good idea. Because
Do you want to? Mine's already got the Torx in it. You want the DeWalt to take the screws out?
no, because I'm gonna go through and take a bunch out and then go back through and replace them.
Well, I tried. See, this is why I don't help.
Why? Because I'm always wrong.
Yep, you're mean.
I am arguably the nicest person ever.
You're not even the nicest person in this room.
What? What'd you say?
I said you're not even the nicest person in this room.
I am the nicest person.
No, you're not. If you were the only person in this room, you still
would
wouldn't
be the nicest person. Where did that bit go?
See, should use 2 guns.
No, I'll just steal it from another box.
Yeah, we'll use the screws elsewhere for sure.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, those 3-inch deck
Except for the
screws
ones
are
he stripped out just now.
expensive. I'm not wasting them.
Can always use them on the next project and then take them back out.
Right.
And put structural screws in.
Note to self. When in doubt, just use structural screws.
You just put the 3 inches in for the thumbnail picture, right? Now you're actually going back, putting the real screws in.
Yes.
You should have named this I Screwed Myself.
I screwed up. Well, this side sucks.
How many parties are you going to have here when it's done? Someone wants to know.
Parties?
Yeah. Don't you have to have friends for that?
Yeah, I'm not really a partier. Uh-oh.
I love how you reuse the cement steps for your container storage.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Somehow they were like almost exactly the right height too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I dug down a little bit. I had to dig a little bit of it out.
Somebody
but...
just gave you a bunch of money.
Huh?
Somebody just gave you a bunch of money.
Wow, thank you. I'll write your name on the cabin wall somewhere. Your name will be forever ingrained in the history of this building.
I got 99 problems, but a cabin ain't one.
You can count yourself lucky. No, in all reality, this has been a fun project. It's still, it's still a pretty fun project. It's a lot of work, but I mean, I enjoy it. I don't know. I can't speak for you. What do you think? Do you have fun doing this?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Do I have fun doing what?
This.
Watching you work?
No.
It's exhausting.
Working on this cabin.
Nothing I'd rather be doing with my weekends for sure.
Why are you hiding behind the camera? Come out.
Last time I was in front of the camera, everyone made fun of my speckled suit, my fat gut.
Okay. Now it's just even weirder because you're talking about your speckled suit.
I don't know. Like
gut.
if I go over there, you're not gonna be able to see you.
Sit on. Can you see that the opening on the camera?
No, I can turn it a little bit because we have a lot of this wall.
Oh yeah, so just turn it and then sit over in that opening.
What do you guys think? 9s in the comments if I should be on camera not doing anything.
Put 9s in the comments so he'll get on camera. Nine.
What was it you said the other day for a $100 donation?
Oh, I said for everybody that donates $100, I'll write your name on the cabin walls.
Oh yeah, write your name in the studs.
Yep.
Suck it in. Oh man.
It's
all 9s.
There you go.
Dang it.
Anybody that's watching this that's a contractor, you've done that on a remodel. You write your name in the wall like it's like a thing.
Damn it, Bobby. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Oh man.
All right, everybody cheer.
Hey. Just your turn. What's the mistake you've made? Well, he bought a cabin.
So
wrong screws in the joist hangers.
I put deck screws in the joist hangers, and they were supposed to be structural screws. My mistake. Now I'm fixing it.
Are the basement walls finished yet?
No.
No, that'll be spring.
Springtime activities.
When it's warmer.
Concrete takes a little attention.
Best cabin rebuild series on YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's very nice. A screw is a screw.
I don't know if I'd really argue with that.
Yeah, somebody else said he had a guy working for him putting drywall screws in. So
yeah, okay. So drywall screws would probably be a no-no because, I mean, I guess unless you're putting like 2-inch drywalls, but
trash. They're trash. Yeah. Again, it's shear strength.
Right.
The shear strength on a drywall screw is probably half what it is on the deck screw.
Right. And then it's probably the 3-inch structural screws is probably 2 to 4 times what it is on the deck screws. It was my mistake. I learned a lesson here. The good thing is that everything else passed my framing inspection. So I just have to I have to redo these screws. And then a bunch of people mentioned it. So about I think a lot of people call them noggins, just the blocking in between the joists. We didn't put any over there yet. We fully intended to. I thought they had to go on the seams of all the 3/4-inch subfloor, but it doesn't. It just has to go down the center of the span. So, and that'll take a lot of this out. So all I have to do is redo the screws.
Well, knowing that
put the
would
blocking
be easier to do it before the sheeting's on.
Right. But I thought it had to go on.
Right.
I thought the noggins had to go down the seams, which in an old house,
end of the sheets to land
on. With an old house and nothing's really perfectly square. It's just with that in mind, it would have been easier to do it after because you could have just gone under the floor, seen where the seam was, and put the blocking there. But since it only has to go down the center of the span, it would have been easier to do it before.
Are there different inspection rules because you're not replacing the exterior walls? Code is code, except...
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a standard for building code. So, like, for example, there is a National Electric Code. It's the NEC. It's updated like every 3 years. That's the national standard. And then there's local requirements, which are all different. So you
Local
have to
code.
be local codes. So you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, and that's kind of where I got caught up here, is that I was told one thing, it wasn't exactly accurate, and I didn't do the due diligence to take the time to make sure that what I was told was correct. So where I am, certain codes are applicable because there's a certain I'm basically remodeling the whole building. So if you do less than a certain percentage of repairs in the whole building, certain codes aren't applicable. It's do your own research on your own codes.
My question to add on to that is there used to be different code for remodels and new construction.
Yep.
And like I thought it used to be like you didn't have to bring it up to current code if you did like less than half of the project or something.
Right, and that's kind of where we are, is that this entire building is getting remodeled. So the percentage of remodel of the percentage of building being remodeled is over whatever the percentage is. I don't remember what it is. And so that brings it up to another level of codes. Now, the inspectors understand that this is an old building, and we have to bring it up to a certain standard of code, but you know, it's not a new construction. So there's some things that are allowed because it's there's some things that are basically grandfathered in because it's an existing structure. So, you know, anytime you're doing something like this, just make sure that you familiarize yourself with whatever the requirements are, because I didn't, and I'm doing a bunch of work twice.
Where's Max?
Oh boy. Oh man, I did it again. Max is home.
Somebody home that can let him out. So find his way here.
I didn't plan for that again. Oops.
There was a wall missing in the basement. Wondered if you fixed it yet.
No.
Isn't there a video on the?
Yeah.
There's a video on the pour, concrete pour, which is more of a footer.
Yeah. The basement wall is not done yet because it's cold, and concrete needs more attention in the cold, and so it's just easier to wait another like month until it's like 50 degrees, and then I don't have to mess with any of that stuff. And it's supported fine.
Hello from France.
Hello.
Bonjour.
America to France. Okay. I'm going to start taking out these big ones. Let's see how this goes.
Great job, guys. Married to a builder here after 35 years. He's still at it. It's wonderful you're taking on this project. We're in Northern Ontario, Canada.
He's still what?
Still at it.
Oh, cool. I'm not really a builder. What did somebody call us? Goobers? I'm just a goober with an impact.
That's right. Hello from the Netherlands.
Hello.
Indiana. What's the temperature there currently? It's like 40.
It's
40,
pretty
right?
warm today. It's supposed to be nice.
I think it's like 40 degrees.
Next few days.
At least it's a good impact. Yeah, now.
Yeah, I could be in here with my rigid. Oh my gosh.
Norway.
There's
Florida.
another, huh?
Norway and Florida.
Oh, there's another lesson I learned. Buy once, cry once. Just get like a Milwaukee or a DeWalt, and don't mess with the other brands, because they're not built the same.
Hello from across the pond.
I think that's the UK, right?
Nashville. It looks like a British flag, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think across the pond is the UK.
66 degrees in Oklahoma.
Isn't it always hot there? Do you guys have winter?
New Orleans, South Dakota, Alabama, 75 in Alabama. Washington State. New Jersey. Georgia.
Anybody from Colorado?
I have a DeWalt and Mac. They have interchangeable batteries. Pretty sick.
A DeWalt and Mac. Oh, Makita.
Oh, like Mac tools.
Isn't
Isn't Makita with a K?
Yeah. Okay. You'll have to forgive me.
Top
I'm
of the morning.
stupid.
Nice work, guys. When are you gonna burn the piano in a 50-gallon drum?
Man, you'd have to cut that thing into really. Oh wait, I'm using the
Have
wrong.
to bring the
screws.
chainsaw back out.
Man, I almost messed up again.
Yes, UK house is so cool. Thumbs up.
Thank you.
Pennsylvania. More Pennsylvania. Cleveland, Southern Iowa, Illinois. Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, Mac tools. Dummy.
Idiot.
I always liked Mac more than Snap-on.
Oh, now you're gonna open up a can of.
Should I not have said that out loud?
You're gonna open up a can of butt whoop on
What brand are those crappy crowbars you have?
what crappy
The automotive
crowbars?
tool, the automotive pry bars with the red handles.
Craftsman.
Those are Craftsman.
Yes.
So he has Craftsman pry bars
And they're the
with
best.
solid plastic red handles, and I have a $300 pair of Snap-ons that have the metal cap on the end so that you can hit them with a hammer. And my handles have shattered, and his have not.
Actually, I broke one of your handles
Actually, you broke
by
it. but-
whacking one handle on another handle of a pry bar.
My
And-
point is, they're designed to be hammered on.
Right.
They're Snap-on, and the handle's shattered.
Mine cost like $40. Jeez.
Amsterdam. There we go. Denver, Colorado.
There we go.
Don't play favorites now.
I'm not playing favorites. I just like them more than everyone else. No, I'm just kidding.
Virginia. Oh my goodness.
What?
Kathy, I don't know how to say that. Hello from Casabazua, Quebec, Canada. How'd I do? I sounded it out. Strong gusty wind, snowing, 29 degrees in Montana. Debbie, can I come to Montana? Because I just got a snowmobile. Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh, baby. All of my woodworking tools are Harbor Freight.
I got nothing against Harbor Freight. I use a lot of Harbor Freight stuff. If you're not,
Isn't that bucket Harbor Freight?
yeah.
That's my
even-
bucket. I got
even
that
my-
bucket for free because I'm a points member.
There is definitely a place for Harbor Freight, and I think that they've kind of tried to move into a higher quality
Put down the
market
can opener.
recently. What?
Put down the can opener when I said Mac versus Snap-on.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone in the comments been helpful in this renovation? Well, the guy
yeah.
that told you to use structural screws would have
Yeah.
been nice to listen
If that guy
to.
that commented on before I did all that work made the video and edited it, yeah.
Oh, man, you should have used structural screws in your hangers. Oops.
Hey, future you. Yeah, I mean, there's, I mean, probably 98% of the comments are awesome and helpful, positive to some, I mean, yeah, there's a.
Hello from Norway. Hello from Virginia. Why this house? It's a good question.
That is a good question. It's a good question for which I have no good answer.
South Carolina.
I hope that impact noise is not unbelievable on the audio.
We're not going to do anything about it, so stop bringing it up.
I know, but
A lot of love for Harbor Freight.
Where's
Where's Binford? Oh, Binford Tools?
what?
That's a 90s throwback.
I don't know what that is.
Did you ever watch Home Improvement with Tim Allen?
Yeah.
It was a TV show in the 90s. Binford was the tools they used.
Oh.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
I watched Tim the Toolman Taylor after I ran out of episodes of
It was Saudi Arabia.
Last Man Standing to watch. And it was okay, but I don't know. I just couldn't really get into it.
What is the horsepower of the track hoe?
My Little Mini?
Well, you don't have another one, do you?
Not yet. I'd like to have one. I think it's like a 13.5 Briggs & Stratton engine.
Where's that 50,000-pound excavator you were going to buy me yesterday?
Someone else's house.
How much did it go for?
It went for 20 grand.
Did it?
Yeah, which
did
really
it kind of surprise you?
Yeah, kind of. Because it shouldn't have probably gone for more than like 12 or 14. It
1%
was
crazies.
It was not a great machine. It would have been fine for what I
West
needed.
Virginia, London. Old wood is stronger than newer wood.
That's true.
Good bones. Kind of loud for headphone users.
Sorry.
California. Tool time.
I think that was a classic. And you know what they did in Last Man Standing that I really liked is they brought people in from the that old show. That I thought that was cool to kind of bring some people.
What do you mean? What are we talking about?
Like people from what's the Toolman show? What's the actual name?
Home
of that?
Improvement.
Home Improvement. So they brought people from Home Improvement on Last Man Standing.
Oh yeah.
I just thought that was cool. And they kind of worked it in and you know, they would make jokes like, "Man, you look familiar."
Why didn't you just demo the house and start from scratch? That's my favorite comment.
The age-old question. So if you can explain to me how it would be cheaper and less work, I'm open to it. You're going to demo a structure that's good, so you have the cost of demo and getting rid of it, and then you have to build a structure to replace a structure that was fine. A lot of people have said that. I just don't see how it would be.
I mean, the logic for me is what's cheaper, buying 10 boards or 20?
Right. I don't see how that makes sense. A lot of people have said it. I don't know. The math ain't math.
I'm even more impressed if you use the wrong screws. With how you take all the construction in stride, I assumed you were or had been a carpenter.
No, I technically would never have been a carpenter.
Technically, you have no professional training in construction.
Well,
you were more of an electrician. Yeah,
right? I'm mostly an electrician. I did a lot of remodels.
No more fall throughs this time.
I did a lot of remodels, and I kind of did everything with my strongest focus on electrical. But you're kind of exposed to a lot of that stuff. So,
right. Is there currently any power line and sewer towards the cabin?
No, not yet. There will be, not yet.
See, I never liked Bob Vila because of Home Improvement.
See, my dad.
Tim Allen's character hated Bob Vila, and they were constantly fighting
really?
in the show.
Oh.
Bob Vila was on Home Improvement a lot.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I as a little kid watching it in the 90s, hated Bob Vila. So whenever we watched This Old House, I'd be like, that guy's such a jerk.
My dad used to watch This Old House, and
it's still on. We were watching it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I've caught little snippets of it here and there, and I feel like it's more of a...
Just put a trailer was his answer to building new.
Oh, no. No, trailers are manufactured with an unacceptably low quality. Like, shopping at Lowe's for those materials would be a huge upgrade. No. I have to pass on that one.
House is definitely worth fixing up.
I thought so. It's old, but
I'm floored by the transformation. We love puns. Sorry, couldn't resist.
I feel less screwed by the fact that you're floored.
That old house remodel will still be there when a new one built today is gone.
Right. And
I mean, it's been here since what, 1860?
Yeah.
So,
and I've
without anyone taking care of it.
I have seen, I mean, I've worked in these $500,000 homes in the past that, if you drive by them, they look huge and nice. And then you get inside them, you see what they were built with, and you see how they're deteriorating. And after 20 years, it's pretty sad. But, a lot of that's like a lot of those tract homes are built on how much profit they can make, and they don't care about quality.
Are you planning on putting the breaker panel in the basement like it was, or are you going to move it to another part of the house?
No, a breaker panel will go back in the basement.
You need a moderator. Yeah, I wish I knew how to kick people out.
Why are there?
Every once in a while, you get a gross comment.
Oh. Yeah, we might have to figure out how to do that because this is a family-friendly thing. So
a double wide. Well, a double wide is still...
It's still a manufactured home.
Construction.
Yeah.
And a good testament to the quality differences that a lot of banks won't finance manufactured homes for first-time home buyers.
And if you take Huh?
My mama lives in a trailer and then it says Nicolas Cage voice.
I mean, you can find trailers in the from as recent as the 1980s, the 1990s that are somebody's living in them, and they shouldn't be because they're just they've deteriorated so bad.
What's the plan for the piano? That was more or less going to be a surprise.
Yeah. It's not here. It's not gone. But I can't tell you. It's classified.
It's not a secret, and it won't be a surprise, but we're not telling anyone.
Yeah. That's a great question. I can't tell you anything.
Brighton, UK?
Huh?
Brighton, UK. Appoint a moderator to screen comments as they come in and delete the negative comments. Is that an option? Can I kick people out? This is going to get really fun really fast.
Well, let's simmer down there, big fella.
No.
I do not want...
I'm taking
I'm
control.
No. We're not censoring people because I just don't want, like vulgar or inappropriate comments. Like,
how do I...
I know families and kids watch this stuff, so that's important.
I don't know how. Does anybody know how? Comments? What's this? View chat.
Oh, you know what? I can set you up as a moderator, and you can do it from your own phone.
Super chat messages. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh.
Don't accidentally cancel out of the live stream.
Sorry, guys. I'm bouncing the camera all over the place, too. I don't know how to do it. That's something we'll have to figure out in the future. Because I can just assign myself, but I don't know how.
Yeah, but...
Save highlight.
Ouch. How many people
do you have to set it up before you go live?
Probably. I have to assign a moderator. How many people are in there?
379.
Sheesh. That's pretty cool.
I can't believe nobody got into the house and vandalized it like you see so many other abandoned houses and buildings.
They did.
It did.
They did.
They did. It did. They did.
It was kept boarded up pretty well, but people still, I mean, in the first video, I showed that somebody had like carved their name into one of the window boards on the front or on the side from like July of 23. So, I mean, people have been in here, but.
When do you hope to be done?
Couple of months.
2 months ago would have been nice.
A couple of months, I think. What'd you say?
Nothing. Love the channel. In the episode where you pulled the water container out of the woods, did you get new wheels on it?
No.
You should have seen that thing shaking the teeth out of my truck when I was pulling it, too.
I have no intention of ever taking that at anywhere other than to here, and it was great that I was able to find that, and it worked out perfect for the concrete pour. And if I still have it, obviously, so if I had to do another concrete pour, it would be a perfect setup, but that's never going to be like a DOT approved trailer in any stretch of the imagination. You know, putting these in, I got to say that
I didn't know y'all were working with the Illuminati. What does that mean?
What?
Google automatically bans curse words. You will have to click a name and add. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we don't swear in the videos.
Lots of people offer to be a moderator.
Yeah, look, I want to be super clear about this. The thing with moderating is I don't want things censored. I just try to make this a family-friendly channel. I know a lot of my friends that have kids watch this, and I don't want, vulgar
right. Well, the say is obviously the final say is up to you.
Yeah.
But if people are going to make heinous sexual comments,
right, then
they can go.
Yeah, go somewhere. I mean, I don't want that here, but
are the neighbors happy y'all are fixing up the house? Careful, they could be watching.
I don't know. I hope so. I hope so.
I went from bricklayer to product development for Gibson. Don't miss the masonry work. However, it's fun. Do you work at the Gibson plant in... where's your brother live? Nashville?
I don't really know. Not anymore. He doesn't live there.
I meant the state.
Oh, that's Tennessee. Nashville is not its own state.
I know, but I was trying to think of the state.
Oh, Tennessee.
And then the Gibson plant is near Nashville, right?
Oh, boy. What do they do at Gibson?
You know that guy?
No.
I recognize the name.
Yeah. We'll just ignore that. I think.
What insulation are you going to go with? Spray foam or pink cotton candy?
Pink cotton candy. We have energy codes, and so like it used to be that R19 was the acceptable insulation for walls, and then
explain what energy code is.
It is a
efficiency, right?
Efficiency, yeah. But things have to be brought up to a new standard of efficiency, which, I mean, more efficient heat or more efficient building saves me money, so that I have no problem with. I think the new code is, I was talking to the guy, I think the new requirement is R21 in the walls.
Oh, that's super secret.
And, what do you say, like
29, I thought he said.
R35 or R38 in the ceiling. I don't remember. I got it written down somewhere. But yeah, we're going with pink cotton candy. Spray foam's nice. It's just really expensive, and that's the problem for me because like it costs a
critter
lot.
cam would be good so you get service to the house.
Who?
A critter cam, like a trail cam.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have trail cams up.
Make the floor strong enough for a hot tub.
Hot tub goes outside.
I don't work at the plant. I work at headquarters. Where's headquarters? Is the house haunted?
I don't know. Could be. How do I find out? Do I have to sleep here for a night?
Have you had any issues with dumpster pandas or stinky black cats with white stripes down their backs?
No. There really wasn't a tremendous amount of...
Found a couple dead.
Yeah, there was dead
dumpster pandas.
Yeah, there was like skeletons and stuff. I mean, stuff gets old and dies. That's just the way it works. But there really wasn't... I don't think there was like when we first started, there wasn't like a tremendous amount of like animal crap in here.
No, it wasn't bad.
It was
a lot less than I would have expected.
Yeah. Man, I am loving this Milwaukee.
I never laid block, but not as a mason, but I did a hard landscape. So like retaining walls and stuff. No need to censor, just make sure it stays respectful. Used to moderate for a show. Most people are respectful. The odd person tries to discredit. Reach out if you have any questions.
Yeah, and I don't care if somebody... I don't care if you... I mean, you can tell me I'm an idiot. I know that, but it's the
vulgar stuff.
It's the vulgar
like
stuff.
Somebody commented that he watched it with his little son.
Yeah, I mean,
I love,
right, and it's a family friendly thing.
With your kids.
I have friends that their kids watch this stuff, and so it.
You don't have any friends.
I have that one friend.
Who?
You.
We're not friends.
Oh, okay.
When's the next upload?
Oh, I don't know. I think we're losing a battery here. Uploads are always uploaded as soon as I have enough good footage to make a good video that's interesting to watch. That's my upload schedule.
Uh-oh, he just laughed. This is awkward.
Switching batteries.
Oh, changing batteries.
I decided to use the little battery for this. Say hello to my little friend. Okay, I think I did all these.
Oh my goodness, that thing looks ridiculous on camera. Really cheaper to remodel. Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I mean, how is it not?
Smudge the house with sage.
What? What is sage?
People are really concerned that there's evil spirits in here.
I don't think there is.
I think they left when we showed up.
Yeah, I think they were like, nope, we're good.
Hello from Poland. Impact sounds so soothing on the earphones. Keep up the good work.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
What are you doing next after the floor is finished?
Wow,
you're real close to me now. break the turn.
No. No. The next thing is trade. So electric, plumbing, heating is going to be probably a heat pump mini split system. So that's pretty much done afterwards. Where did the screw over here go?
There's a screw over here?
Somewhere.
Oh.
Right there.
Please say hello to me from Georgia.
Hello to me from Georgia. No, I'm kidding. It's pretty nice to hear from you guys all around the world and all the states. So, hi, Georgia.
I've been sick with a cold since Thursday last week and watched your progress from day one of your cabin adventure. You're making great progress. Thanks for making my cold a little less awful.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. I actually have a cold right now, too.
No, you don't.
I do.
How come the new guy is forced to sit on a bucket? You couldn't get him a lazy boy? Gee whiz.
New guy? It's not the new guy. That's not the new guy. If he was the new guy, I would have gotten him a lazy boy to sit on. He's been here far too long. Oh, I didn't do that one.
Did you take the falling porch off?
No, not yet.
Are you going to do the windows and doors?
Yes.
What's your costly mistake?
So for everybody joining, I put 3-inch deck screws in the joist hangers, and that's not acceptable. I was supposed to use 3-inch structural screws. So I have to go through this floor and that floor and replace all of the screws in all of the joist hangers. My mistake. I should have verified the information that I got, but we're fixing that now, so. And as much as I can't stand doing work twice, it's done right and it'll never break now. So I guess I feel better about it. Somehow. Ow!
What are you all doing for outside exterior walls? Could be nothing.
There's no way to know. Like, what are we covering the exterior with? I mean, there's shakes out there now, so I'm not gonna. And they're in a lot of them are in good shape, so I'm just gonna, do that.
First time catching you live. Yay. Hi. From Canton.
Very cool.
Minnesota?
I like to do lives from time to time. It's kind of fun to
interact.
Yeah. Can you move your gigantic foot?
Which one?
That one that's over top of what I need to be doing.
This one?
Yes. That's actually considerably worse. Unbelievable. I didn't think you could get worse. Here we are.
Respirators aren't even close to 100%. 100% what?
The what? What did they say?
MS is Mississippi. That's awkward. What's Minnesota? MN?
Yeah. You thought MS was Minnesota?
Jeez. Made sense to me.
That should not be the standard.
Still going to breathe tons of crap. Well,
What
yeah, but
what?
60% is better than 0.
What did they say?
Respirators aren't 100%. You're still going to breathe a bunch of crap.
Yeah, but Less is better than more in that situation, right? I think.
Hello from Texas. Where are you guys streaming from?
The inside of the abandoned cabin. Hold on.
If the new guy had a name, we wouldn't call him the new guy. Also, he looks like he's doing all the work. That's right, I am.
Why do you... How could it possibly be interpreted that you're doing all of the work?
Well, just look at me.
I am looking at you, and what I see would lead me to believe... Okay,
That's not nice.
You have to bear with me here. I am going to move the live stream over this way, and
somebody's being mean in the comments, so I have to address it. I'll be right back.
As everyone knows, it's nothing but the best production quality around this place. Oh man, I've fallen through the floor again. All right. At the beginning of the... I'm on the Chattahoochee. Is that actually a river? Is the Chattahoochee actually a river?
Is that what they call it now?
The Chattahoochee?
Oh, God, I'm a fool.
Meet Larry and Larry. Yeah, wrong screws on everything. Yeah, my mistake. I used deck screws. I should have used structural screws. I know now. I have paid my stupid tax.
Why do you remove and then not put in the right one first before moving to the joist?
Huh?
Because all the screw heads are different. It's probably terrible quality.
Yeah, why are you wearing that thing?
Because somebody called me a mean name.
Oh.
This is really uncomfortable.
What's the question?
I don't remember. Oh. Why do you remove and then not put in the right one first before moving to the joist? Because all the screw heads are different.
So the deck screws have a Torx head. And then I'm using two different size structural screws. So there's 1.5-inch screws that go straight into the ledger plate or whatever you want to call that. And then there's 3-inch structural screws that go diagonally through and catch these, the joists. And they all have different size heads. So I'm trying to just be as efficient, oh, words are hard. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible.
Some more progress down the road. Nashville has some killer barbecue. If you want to Martin's or Mission. I've been to Mission Barbecue in Virginia. Their brisket is like some of the best brisket I've ever had, which probably isn't saying much from upstate New York, but it was really good.
All right, I'm going to try something interesting. Has anybody ever had Sam Jones barbecue? What?
You guy in the bucket's doing a great job. Big fan. I have fans.
Wow. Has anybody ever been to Sam Jones barbecue in I guess it's Greenville or Fayetteville, North Carolina? That's probably an extremely specific question. But it would be funny to see if anybody had.
Did the inspector go in the crawl space under the framing to verify the screws were wrong? You guys had already put the floor down with plywood and with 4 screw per floor joists.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you can see all the framing underneath. And
so this wasn't attacked yet.
No, this wasn't. But this area hasn't really been shown in any of my
I told you I was gonna sneeze.
videos, like my feature length videos.
No. Nobody's been to that barbecue.
Nobody's been what?
To your barbecue.
Oh, it's not my barbecue. It's Sam Jones's barbecue. It's pretty good barbecue.
Sending cheers from Brazil. Love your videos.
Thank you.
Only been to North Carolina once to get to Cleveland. Why did you just? Oh, how did you decide mini split versus forced air, heat pump, etc.?
There's a
Forced
air. Well, so if you're gonna do, I mean, forced air is a pretty broad. I mean, you can have propane, natural gas, heat pump, forced air. Forced air is really just the delivery system. Heat pump mini splits or ductless systems are a lot cheaper, and they're extremely efficient. In my humble opinion, the only thing more efficient than a heat pump system is a geothermal system. And for a small space like this, a heat pump, like a mini split heat pump, it will be extremely easy to do. No duct work. I guess that's my reasoning.
Electric baseboard.
No.
Don't be mean.
Electric baseboard is cheap to install. It's wildly expensive on the back end. If I was going to do spray foam in here and this is a pretty small space, so but even I mean it's still decent sized space. If it was smaller than this, like for one of the, what do they call it, the tiny homes, electric baseboard is probably fine. But I mean, electric heat is expensive. Resistance heat is expensive.
Are you certified to work on houses?
Am I certified? No, I'm not. Where I am, there's no requirement to be a licensed contractor to work on things. More specifically, there's no requirements to be a licensed contractor when you are working on your own property.
Was the barbecue a trick question?
No, I was being serious. It would be a very specific thing to have been to that barbecue. We were just talking about barbecue, and I've been to Sam Jones, and it's good barbecue.
Looks like this is a porch. Will you be part of the future kitchen? Love that you're breathing new life into this reno.
Yeah, it will be. This is going to be part of the kitchen. The kitchen was actually supposed to be like a top secret project, and it still pretty much is, because this will be the last thing I really ever show, and this won't be in any of my full-length videos until the end of the project. But this was kind of a good excuse to run a live stream, because I don't know, I thought it was.
Wow.
I don't have
riveting and inspiring words.
I want to. What do they call it when you quote something and then you're supposed to like reference back to that? You know what I'm talking about?
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Like if I quote something, I want to pay credit to whoever originally said that. Isn't there a term for that? There is.
Citing sources? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sort of, yeah, something like that. I want that to be a quote so that people can cite me as their source.
Live streams are great. Glad I finally caught one live. Baseboard's expensive. I used to live in a 2-story apartment. Every room had baseboard, all electric, except the bathroom. The one place you need it the most.
Yeah, a baseboard would be nice in a bathroom because you can kind of turn it off when you're not using it. But no.
Citation? Works cited?
Yeah, I guess. Something like that.
Are you talking about when writing or in speech?
No, like if I say something, if I verbally say something and I quote someone else, you're supposed to like source it, like tell everyone who originally said that. There's a term for it, I think. Maybe I'm just wrong.
Is it finders keepers?
I don't think so.
First come, first serve.
I don't think that's it either. I figured you would know.
Did you get some help on the 36 coupe yet?
No.
Using it would be plagiarism.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to.
Plagiarism is when it's written. When it's spoken, it's libel.
Right. I'm not trying to invoke lawsuits here, folks. Just
this
having
is
a
what
conversation.
real men do. Props 99 projects.
What?
I don't know. When you made the laminated beam, what type of screws did you use on it? Deck screws or large sheetrock screws?
No, there is no sheetrock screw in this building that I'm aware of. The only screws that I've used to this point are 3-inch deck screws. The lamb beams were glued with construction adhesive. Huh? The lamb the lamb beams were glued with construction adhesive and screwed together with 3-inch deck screws, and then they were screwed to the structure with like 8-inch by 1/4-inch GRK structural screws.
Slander is spoken. Oh, man.
All right, I want my lawyer. This is getting...
Finally caught a live stream. Keep up the good work.
Gonna try.
I
Although I think this live stream is a self-admission of the fact that I wasn't great work, I guess. But I'll do better next time.
Do you know what the cabin was used for before or who owned it last?
I think it was a summer home for somebody. You know, finding the screws in this thing are going to be a real treat. Ouch.
Will you insulate the floor?
Yes. The more efficient I can make this, the more cost effective it is to heat it in the wintertime. So I am incentivized to make it as efficient as possible. Can you see me over on this wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this your first reno? Are you all hoping to do another one?
Oh no, I'll do more in the future once this is done. I actually have a couple.
No, we don't have to tear up the plywood because the living room has a basement under it, so you can get to all the joist hangers from below.
I actually have a couple of.
New guy in the bucket needs a raise.
He's about to get fired. I also have a couple of potential projects coming up that will start after this is done. But that's also classified.
After the cabin is done, keep the bonfire live chats.
Oh,
The hobo can.
You want to do live streams at the hobo fire? I think there's a group of people that enjoy the live streams, and I think there's a group of people that don't. And that's why at the beginning of the live streams, I always say, like, this is a live stream. It's not edited. Because I think some people get confused when they watch. Because my regular videos, you know, on the main page of my channel, I mean, they're extremely edited. And then these are just like all real time. Huh?
Hawaii. 6 a.m., 77 degrees.
You must be on the West Coast.
Do you recharge the batteries when they run out of power, or just try to keep screwing them in by twisting the gun?
I just twist the gun.
Fire barrel chats rock.
Cool.
Will it be finished this year?
Yeah.
It better.
I hope so.
Do you plan on returning the shoes found on the wall so you don't have bad mojo?
I don't know if I'm going to put the original shoes back because I think they're a kind of a cool piece, but I am going to put some of my own shoes.
Ew.
I'll just take my
Nobody
feet
wants
out
to
of
smell that.
I'll just take my feet out of them first. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Somebody goes to remodel this in 100 years and they find my shoes.
April, I'm showing 404.
$404 what?
People watching.
Oh.
April said there's 402, but I show 404 at the top here.
There's probably a more updated number on my phone because yours is a little delayed.
Hello from Kansas. Michigan. Oh, it just hit 411.
Sweet.
Bucket guy needs a massage therapist. He's earned it.
What?
I know, my back is killing me from sitting on that bucket. Calgary, Alberta. Where is this cabin located?
In the woods.
Did you find newspapers on the floors or walls? We never found any newspaper, did we?
I found blank paper.
Oh, how exciting.
It was probably like that.
407. A bunch of people left.
It was probably like that invisible ink that led to a treasure map I was supposed to do something with. 408 people. Cool. That's cool.
Wisconsin here.
I'm always amazed at how many people seem to enjoy watching me struggle through this.
Rest of the concrete work will be in the spring when it's warmer. Alberta, Canada. I keep going off and coming back without getting everybody to throw out your numbers.
Do what?
He keeps leaving and coming back because he likes watching everybody throw out new numbers. It says 417 now.
That guy probably wins the internet today.
If it went completely smoothly, no one would watch. We live for the struggle.
Yeah, you know, I've kind of said that, is that...
Love the wholesome humor working on the first cup of coffee here at 36 degrees, Southern Oregon coast.
Man, a cup of coffee sounds cool. Nice.
Oregon coast.
So it's probably Oregon be like, what, 8 o'clock there? I would assume. I think they're 3 hours. Oregon's three hours behind, I think. Because I'm on the East Coast.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Low Standard Time.
Watching people make things is oddly satisfying, especially in Ramona. I enjoy watching construction work. 429. Oh, that was a great motor. 436. Hello, watching from Killen, Alabama.
Now I bet you there's like 15 people that are jumping in and out just to see that number change.
I love it. Keep it up.
Keep doing it.
Will you be adding solar panels?
Probably not.
Maybe if somebody gives them to us for free.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't be against it.
So solar's interesting. I really like the idea of solar because once you put the infrastructure in, it's essentially free. And I have used I used EcoFlow, which, I mean, it's their stuff's been in my videos. I really like their stuff specifically because it's like plug and play. You don't have to have an engineering degree or know how to wire stuff. You just plug it in. It's a viable option. The problem is we don't get a ton of sunlight here, so I feel like it would be hard to make it a primary.
In the woods.
Right, especially in the woods. Like, it would be really difficult to make it a primary source. But if you have it, to run, you know, a certain run of outlets or as backup power.
Battery banks. I mean, if you had a solar panel on the roof that was just charging a battery bank, you could use as a generator if the power goes out.
Right, and that's a.
How would you do that? You just tie that right into the panel?
Yeah, yeah. You get like a generator transfer switch, so it switches everything over to that.
Yeah. Transfer.
It's an extremely viable option.
Company sponsor would be nice. Yeah.
With very, you know, with limitations. You just have to understand its limitations. I think a lot of people kind of buy into the thing that they're going to put solar panels on the roof and then their energy is going to be free for the rest of their lives. Well, you're paying on that solar panel setup for 25 years, and then 25 years is time to replace everything. And sometimes it's not going to produce enough to run your entire house.
What are your plans for the windows?
I have to get... So I'm doing new replacement windows. So they'll be the newest standard of efficiency, and then replacing, but they'll fit into the same existing opening, so I don't have to reframe anything. It'll keep the original look of the cabin.
I have 3 EcoFlow solar generators. Came in handy during power outages.
Yep. They're pretty awesome.
It's amazing to me. I can't wait to see the progress, to see if there are some things you two can't do yourselves. I could have demoed, but it would have taken 3 months. I'd be lost after that.
Is there anything we can't do ourselves?
Can't do or don't want to?
Yeah.
I feel like are 2 completely different things.
Yeah, there are things.
I don't think there's really anything we couldn't do.
There are things that I have learned in my experience in the trades that I won't do. For example, I will not do drywall.
Drywall sucks.
I do not do drywall.
And I will be the first to admit, half of the reason I hate doing drywall is because I'm bad at it.
Right. And the guys that do drywall, they do it every day. They're very good at it. But that's not to say I couldn't do it. I just won't. And I've said this before. I see people comment often that they don't know how to do something. Don't ever let that stop you. I mean,
you could put a horse hitching post out front.
For what?
But to hitch horses to, I suppose.
But I don't have any horses.
You're gonna have to buy some.
But what if I didn't put a What if I didn't put a
Are you selling the house when it's finished? Well, everything's for sale for the right price.
No. It is not for sale for the right price.
How much you got?
I mean, maybe for like $30 million.
Do you want to sell the 36 coupe or just get it running?
No, that's not for sale. I just want to get it running. It needs to have a new engine, transmission, and then sent back to the rear diff. So it's kind of a project, but and that's why I wanted another YouTuber to kind of collaborate with, so it's kind of like mutually beneficial. But I haven't really found anybody. I might try to get Chris from No Nonsense Know How.
Somebody wants to see more of the EcoFlow.
If you go watch the last video that I did on the cabin, at the end, there's like a 15-minute, or no, it's not 15, it's like 4 minutes or something. Where I go over some of the things about that EcoFlow.
I love these guys that ask about certification. I've been a contractor for 25 years. You guys are building this better than the code. I would hire you. You'd hire the guy that sits on the bucket and does nothing?
And you'd hire the guy that screwed up with the screws? That's cool. I like to see that. You know, I don't know everything.
Yeah, transmission work sucks.
It's nice to hear from guys who do this every day. That,
although, I'll say, auto trannies look very complicated when you take them apart. I rebuilt a manual transmission, and it wasn't terrible. I think it's one of those things where it's really scary until you do it.
Yeah.
And then once you're in there and you have a manual and you go through step by step and you put it all back together and it works, you're like, that wasn't so bad.
Right.
You have no head in this video. Well, nobody wants to see my head.
Why are you not sitting on your bucket?
Because my back hurts.
Oh. Stand in the trenches with the rest of us.
From not doing anything.
People want to see your face.
Takes finesse and patience. It sure does.
It takes patience.
Drywall, sorry.
Oh.
Get some goats.
What?
You hitch goats to your horse post out front.
I cannot say no to goats loud enough or fast enough.
How many trucks do you own?
I don't know. A lot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. 5. Well, no, 5 technically. One's just in about 1.5 million pieces.
Andy gave you $20. Said put it towards the new screws.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Did you ever put that engine in the truck?
Yes, it's in the truck. I actually have a ton of footage on that project. I just kind of got bored with it, and other things came along. I still really want to finish that, but this is taking all of my time right now.
What do you plan on doing with the basement cistern?
I don't know. A bunch of people ask me that. I mean,
Bucket Man.
Bucket Man. Nothing with a basement cistern.
Bucket Man's the narrator.
Because
goats mow the yard.
No.
I am not a fan of goats. I've had goats.
Goats
stink.
Goats go. The only place goats are ever found is the places that you do not want them. So if you want them on the inside of a fence, you have to put them on the outside of the fence. They are the worst. If I am ever caught with goats, something has gone horribly wrong.
If I'm ever caught with goats.
I should probably clarify a little on that.
If I'm dead, you've been dead for weeks.
Yeah. If I have goats, a bunch of people are... The whole world has collapsed.
He doesn't have time to play with motors. He's too busy screwing around. He left. $404.
What was the question?
I said he doesn't have time to play with motors. He's too busy screwing around.
Oh. I still take time to play with play with the trucks and stuff. That's
Warning sign, I have goats.
what?
She has goats.
Oh,
sorry. Better than pigs. I love pigs.
no, I don't.
I had pigs.
I don't
What's wrong
know.
with pigs?
Man, I don't know.
My pigs were great.
I don't know which would be worse in that situation.
They were delicious.
See,
chickens are the nastiest animals. I kind of have to agree with that. I don't really understand owning chickens when you could just own ducks.
Ducks are worse. They crap everywhere.
So do chickens. Ducks are God's gift to nature.
I have a pretty biased opinion on all this because I grew up with animals, and while I think it was a good experience, I find myself not needing any of them today.
Goats are delicious too. I'm not a big fan of mutton. I would much rather have pork. With all the wood around, I'm shocked you haven't gone for solid fuel heating. It's cheap and reliable.
Yeah, it's cheap and reliable. It's
a lot of work, and it's dirty.
It's dirty. I burned wood growing up. Nope. There's a time and a place for it for sure. It's very cheap, especially when you have trees that fall down in a windstorm. So, and that happens here. But
bacon should be its own food group.
It's a lot of work to do firewood. Firewood, what do they say? Firewood heats 3 times when you cut it, when you split it, and when you bring it inside and burn it. It's a lot of work. For anyone just joining us, if you're wondering why I'm undoing a bunch of stuff that I've already done, I made a mistake. I used deck screws instead of structural screws.
Rocket stoves are amazing for using much less firewood.
They are, but they also heat a much smaller space. You know, probably the most efficient way to heat with wood is a rocket mass heater. So you have the rocket stove concept, and then you build a thermal mass that holds the heat.
What is that? Like fire brick or a big
like,
rock?
Yeah, like clay or vermiculite, and you run the.
Did you ever see the fireplace in that cabin next to Brian's house? It was like soapstone or something. You know what I'm talking about? It had the big stone around it. That was the idea, you know. It's
yeah, right.
You burn the fire for a little while, it heats up that big stone.
That's the same thing with the rocket mass heaters. It's the exhaust that runs through this whole thing and heats it. And then when the exhaust comes out, it's completely clean. But then that thermal mass holds the heat and radiates it for a long period of time. It just takes up a lot of physical space.
I made 3, maybe 4 mistakes in my life.
Wow. That's it.
So are rabbits.
Huh?
Rabbits are delicious too.
I probably make 4 mistakes a day.
That's all?
On a good day.
Are you almost done?
No. Why? Are you having a real hard time standing there?
I make 4 mistakes before breakfast.
And breakfast is usually the 5th mistake.
Oh, the lonely goat herder song. Yodelay, yodelay. Do you have a dog?
I do.
Where's he at?
He's probably up at the house sleeping.
Probably sleeping. Old. As my boss says, I was wrong once, but then I was mistaken.
Royto.
Dad said I was the costly mistake. Why do you need it inspected before continuing? I thought if it's your house and you're not paying for the work to be done, you didn't need to.
I acknowledge your comment. And I plead the fifth.
Max would have fun with the goats. Well, we had grab a lawn chair to have around for your butt and back. Well, we had lawn chairs, but everybody made fun of them.
Everybody made fun of my lawn chair. I decided that that's not acceptable, so I bought a second lawn chair that looks exactly like mine.
By the way, I love the 429 comment about them being great engines. Hemi. Well, you're going to hate this, but I was talking about Boss 429 Mustangs.
Here goes that can opener again.
But yeah, Hemis were great too. I'd even venture to say they were almost as good. How's it going?
What? It's going. It could not be going better. Does that bring any reassurance to your? You look exhausted.
Yeah. Been a long day, you know.
Yeah. It's tough sitting there doing all that nothing, isn't it?
What are the temps like? 40 Fahrenheit?
It's pretty warm.
That is cold. Working hard or hardly working?
Yep.
I think that's pretty obvious. Oh, no.
What?
Somebody made a comment about your Milwaukee.
Uh-oh. Listen, the alternative was the rigid. If I was using the rigid to do this, I would, and I started in that corner, I'd still be over in that corner. What's the best?
Sounding kind of defensive there.
What's the comment?
I can hear that Milwaukee struggling just looking at a screw.
I can bring the rigid in and you could place bets on who do you think would win.
1970 302 Boss. It's a good car. Are you guys picking out all the interior decorating as well or hiring it out?
What's interior decorating?
Huh?
No, we'll probably do
like pictures on the wall or something?
Oh, no. No pictures.
What color curtains you're into?
No.
Are you going to replace the roof?
Yes, at some point.
What brand of cordless tools do you prefer and why? Also, this bucket's round, so if it tips over, it'll roll away.
What brand of cordless tools do I prefer? I like Milwaukee.
Why?
Because I've had really good luck with them.
Oh.
I think DeWalt is probably I think DeWalt is probably Milwaukee's competitor.
Oh, 69 Roadrunner.
But
69 Boss 302.
Certainly
We're talking
not,
about cars now.
certainly not. Ryobi. I mean, any of the other brands are fine if you're just a homeowner that needs to hang a couple pictures twice a year, but anytime you're going to do any amount of work.
What about the fireplace?
What about it?
Something about the fireplace.
What about the fireplace? Could you be more specific?
I lost the comment. Oh, what do you plan to do with the fireplace? How specific?
I don't know. I think it would be cool to redo it, although I'm not a mason.
Can I say?
Yeah.
It's undecided, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you can't
not.
decide what you want to do with it. Personally, I'd like to see a gas insert in it.
Yeah. I
think it would be really cool to have a gas insert, and I mean, I wouldn't mind just throwing a propane tank in the backyard where you can't see it.
Yeah, it's
having a gas stove and a gas fireplace.
It's super like homey and like warming, I guess, to have a fireplace in there, but yeah, it's a small space, and so it has to be.
This is the most important comment we've gotten today.
Hold on, it has to be done right, and then it has to be cost effective, I guess. So
you probably should have a chimney sweep inspect the chimney. I guess it doesn't really matter because you could just put a
if you
could
just
put an insert in it.
Yeah, if you're just going to do an insert.
As long as it's structurally sound.
What's the most important comment?
Every now and then, someone new, evidently, makes a comment about only one guy is working. I distinctly remember the conversation 2 videos back where you were instructed to just read the comments.
That's right. You've been around for a little while. Yes. Generally, he is working with me on this project. We're both always... Generally, in my videos, we're always both working. I can't be over there reading the comments and doing something productive here, so he's reading the comments.
Mustang. I love Mustangs. Of course, you need to make this place really ultra modern and minimize everything along with gray-white color scheme. Oh, sorry, minimalize everything.
No, I'm not looking. I'm really not interested in doing a super modern look on it.
GTX. I bet most people don't even know what a GTX is. Willow green. Is that a big block?
What?
GTX. What year was it? Are you planning to do metal roofing?
Probably.
Greetings.
Salutations.
Well, the fireplace is right next to the wall. Is that safe? It's also in a wall.
Yeah, I mean, there's fire brick and all kinds of precautions that are taken.
We could also put tinfoil on the wall. Or a space blanket.
How would that be helpful?
It will reflect the heat.
You reflect the heat.
Have y'all considered doing polls during live streams for viewer input?
Yeah.
When y'all can't decide.
Like on stuff with the house, or like?
I think we agree. Oh yeah, maybe stuff with the house. Maybe I misunderstood. Yeah, I thought they were talking about tools still.
Oh,
well, stuff with the house makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean that's tricky because
is the reason Bucket Man isn't doing much is because you don't trust him with your tools?
No. Yes, that's exactly.
That was convincing.
Bucket Man. I think we're gonna run with that.
Do the entire house in sheetrock and run a goat farm from there.
What? That sounds like a great idea.
I remember when I was a baby and had a Milwaukee.
And then you became a man and bought what?
DeWalt.
No. Oh, he's got a. I bet it's Metabo.
Oh, I was gonna say Makita.
You went.
What about Bosch? They even make those anymore?
Yeah, you went from Milwaukee to Metabo.
No McDonald's Shamrock today?
Huh?
No, it's cold. God bless. Dallas, Texas, 77 degrees.
God bless Texas.
69 Plymouth GTX. Yeah, I mean, that was the idea, is to read the comments so that he can answer them and he can still work without having to stop and read them. Otherwise, you guys are just watching him work and he can't interact.
Yeah. And I think the fun part of these live streams is that I can kind of interact with people that watch the videos.
If you wore a tinfoil hat, you would stay warmer.
I bet you would.
I'm just picking. LOL. You guys are doing great. I've been watching since you started this project. Keep up the good work.
No, it's fun to have fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think
I don't know if you guys can tell, we're pretty sarcastic.
Yeah, like I think some people in some of the earlier live streams like took offense because we, I don't even know why, but like we're having fun. Like we're pretty sarcastic people. So if that comes across like rude, then I'm sorry, but
Pam said hundreds of years ago they put shoes in the walls to protect against evil spirits.
Yep.
So perhaps it worked, and that's why you haven't noticed any paranormal activity.
Oh, maybe.
Pam!
Pamela. Put 9s in the comments if you get the reference.
Mac and DeWalt. I love DeWalt. I grew up with Black & Decker.
Huh? I love lamp.
Would you stop? That beam moved a lot when you walked on it. What beam?
Oh yeah, all these. That's why I need to put blocking in here because all these
in here
move a lot. Ooh, that one moved a lot when I walked on it.
Oh, the joist?
Yeah, I want to get the big battery to see if that.
Buster the bucket guy? Plymouth Fury. I would probably have to look that one up, Barbie.
What happened?
Did I just see bucket guy say Ryobi? Oh man, that's offensive.
He's a Ryobi guy from way back.
Shut your mouth. Herp, California. Southern West Virginia. Black & Decker and DeWalt are owned by the same parent.
Yes.
And what did you ask him? Because now there's a bunch of 9s.
Oh crap! What did I say? Oh, if you get the reference to Pamela.
Scott here, brutal mistake. Glad to see you take it in stride. Yep. I'm looking forward to a 99 Projects Bucket Man sweatshirt. Get them printed as soon as possible.
Oh, dude, let's just make
Love the banner and keep it up, dudes.
Let's make a sweatshirt that just has a bucket on it. It says Bucket Man. So I'm actually working on doing a line of merchandise for the company. So maybe we'll have some Bucket Man.
Give the guy a break. He can only do one job at a time.
He's only done one job this whole time.
100.
What? Oh boy. Can you cut that out?
Elton John's screaming at me right now. I just know it.
I'll watch myself. All right, so his phone is delayed.
That's the kind of stuff that I want to get rid of.
What? Let me see. Yeah. Oh yeah, it did just fall down.
Bucket guy, that's not going. Your whole life has just been one long perpetual falling down.
I know. I'm always.
What are your
falling.
names if that's not too personal?
Larry and Larry.
Oh, man, you guys are all wrong. That's not the reference.
Wait, what?
Somebody said it was from the movie Robots.
No.
Tall, skinny guy with glasses, black and white, Pamela, but I can't remember the name of the movie.
No, it's
Nope,
from The
it's
Office.
not a movie.
Michael Scott says...
Bucket Man for president.
That's an endorsement I could get.
I'm announcing my candidacy.
Is that your
What about a snot shooter t-shirt?
There you go.
Snot rockets.
That
would be
snot
fun,
rockets.
because then you could just do a rocket.
Yeah, snot
like an
rocket.
Actual
yeah.
rocket.
That's a working man's thing. If you don't like, that's one of those things. If you know, you know.
Isn't The Office? Yes, it was from
yes,
The Office.
It's The Office.
Bam. So it's Pam.
Yeah.
Drill guy and Bucket Man.
I like the Bucket Man.
It's Bucket Man and his helper, the baby drill guy.
Why? Wait. Why am I the helper and he's sitting there doing nothing?
Larry Motor, Curly. I think we could all agree I would be Curly.
Curly?
Mm. He's the fat one.
Oh, that's right. The guy with the curly hair is not Curly.
No, that's Larry.
Yes, and Mo is the... I think I would be Mo. I think I would be Mo.
Daryl and my other brother, Daryl.
What is that from? Is that a show? No. I don't know.
What's your vision for the 36? Do you want it stock or go fast?
No, I do not want it to go fast. I just want it to go down the road.
Maybe Robin Williams in the movie Robots was making a reference to The Office. Maybe. You'd have to see what year they both came out.
Yeah,
The Office is the best show.
It is.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Michael! Oh, that's real funny. Michael!
Millions of families suffer every year.
What?
I said millions of families suffer every year.
In a much more real sense, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Daryl and my other brother Daryl's from an old show, Newhart.
Okay. I did not know that.
By day, two mild-mannered billers. By night, they are Bucket Man and Milwaukee Screws.
Milwaukee screws up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We are the Milwaukee Screw Up. That's cool. It's like Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid riding a camel?
The Milwaukee Screw Up.
That's my outlaw name.
So use deck screws instead of structural screws. That's going to be a pain to replace.
It was.
It's not bad if you have a Milwaukee.
It was a pain to replace, but I finished it and I'm done now. Well, with this section. I still have to do
you have the rest
everything
of the
over
house.
here. But that's all in the basement, so I'm not going to...
It was Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
Bore everybody with a live stream on that one.
$10.
What?
Really enjoy the channel transformation. What state are you located? Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's going to go 2 screws. Ugh.
Now what? Hey, take me out to dinner.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to take you to the basement where we're both going to put screws in the... Where we're both going to take out a bunch of screws that we put in and put a bunch of new screws in. All right. Well, how long has that live stream been going? Probably a long time.
Well, there's still 400 people in there.
Oh, really?
Do you guys want us to stop or keep going?
State of mid-construction. 400 people.
Oh, I thought when Michael does it in The Office, he was making fun of the Ricola commercial.
Do you need to stop?
Oh, boy. Yeah. I don't think I want to go to the basement with him.
Let me get my bucket.
Do you need to stop?
Let me get my Harbor Freight bucket.
The serial killer. That's actually my bucket.
This is how is
you
this
have
your
the
bucket?
Lowe's bucket because you're rich and famous, and I'm the bucket.
I am
guy.
not. Then
They gave me that bucket for free.
Okay, let's. Well, we probably can't put the Lowe's bucket or the Harbor Freight bucket on the shirts because that would be like a.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to put their brand.
Right. So just do
The CEO of Harbor Freight emails me coupons all the time, though.
Oh, so you guys are
I
tight.
could reply and ask him.
You guys are tight.
We're like,
Yeah, okay. See if he minds free advertising, basically.
keep going. Setting a post for my pavilion. What else am I supposed to listen to?
All right,
Sounds like lunchtime.
Man, a sub sounds good right
Deck
now.
screws in the hangers. Yeah, we did. All the way from Scotland.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, I made a huge mistake. I put in 3-inch deck screws in the floor joist hangers, and they're supposed to be structural screws, and so I had to take all the screws out. I still have to do that entire side of the house. After putting these in, though, it's a little bit time consuming.
Everybody says keep going, and a bunch of people said I just joined.
But
by a bunch, I mean one.
Oh,
one person said that.
And after putting all these screws in, it took whatever, an hour or something. I'm glad that I did because these are way stronger. I mean, those are huge screws. So I'm glad that I learned a lesson, and it's better now than it was with the
two guys, 2 buckets. Are we gonna have to live stream on buckets from now on? Because that's really gonna screw up my bad posture.
Yeah, no live streaming on buckets.
I came for the dog, but I don't see him. Bye. I told you they were gonna revolt.
There's a major revolt. I don't know where.
We're bucket cases.
I don't know where he is.
Don't kick the bucket. Oh. It's dead.
I kicked the bucket. What else is going on in the comments? You guys.
All right, Matt. We established earlier in the broadcast that I don't know the abbreviations for the states. He's from Southeast MI. That's Michigan.
That's
right?
Michigan.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I do know some of them.
He doesn't know any of them.
It just became a talk show. I wish I could come visit you guys, especially you. Wink.
And now, live from the abandoned cabin, it's two goobers with impacts sitting on buckets. No.
Screw a seat pad to the bottom of the buckets. I do have a bunch of those waterproof cushions for hunting.
They wouldn't be waterproof if you stuck a screw.
We could screw backs to these bad boys. Get real custom.
We could just build a chair over top of the bucket.
Are you single, ready to marry a Scottish girl? Well, neither one of us are single.
Yeah, that's...
Obviously, we're locked down.
Obviously. I don't think it's super obvious for most people.
Make a mental of this. After 1958, the 235 Chevy cylinder has a pressurized oil system much better than the stock one in the 36 and bolts right in. Thanks, Norm.
Which?
After 1958. So before that, they were just... Norm, what were they before that? Was it like gravity fed, or did they just have little arms on them like small engines?
Well,
what do they call that? The ones that just spray it up on the crank?
I don't know.
Like ladle or something. There's a term for it.
The engine that's in that 36 is a straight 8.
The screw situation wouldn't have happened if you had a DeWalt. I have a DeWalt.
How would that have avoided the screw situation?
Because if you are smart enough to buy a DeWalt, you're smart enough to use structural screws.
It would not have made me more intelligent or to know more things.
Looking forward to a sticker. Should be here tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, good. I'm glad you brought that up. I did ship everybody's stickers out. They sold out. So
when you whistled, it made my dog perk up and look at the screen.
I appreciate you guys, everybody that bought some of those. So if you guys, when you guys get them, take a picture of them and you can tag me on Instagram.
Sell bucket chairs on the merch site. Now we got to find somebody that'll
make us buckets.
I don't know. I'll screw backs to them.
No, you just make buckets, and then we should.
I have to make buckets.
No, I mean
now I gotta buy an injection molder.
We'll get buckets, and then put.
This sounds like way too much work for the bucket guy.
We should have our own branded buckets, though.
I agree. Hi from Sweden.
high to Sweden.
Southeast Michigan, Metro Detroit, local 600 is my Union Hall at Ford. I don't know what any of that means.
He's a union auto worker.
Oh, for Ford.
For Ford.
Hey. Cylinder 3's dead on my Ford. Can you fix it?
That's a you problem.
Screw the buckets with those extra deck screws. What are we waiting for? Why don't you go do the rest of them?
Because you have to go in the basement.
Is your battery not dead?
No. Does everybody want to go down in the basement and do more of the same?
Northwest Montana. Bosch runs away. Structural screws are considered stronger than most other types of screws. Some of them, in fact, are designed to withstand up to 400 pounds of force. I got my sticker on my car.
Sweet.
With the right gas, them buckets can take you to Mars.
What?
You should use the old screws to make a 99 pattern and sell it.
That sounds like a good idea, but I have to use the old screws for something else. What?
Bucket brigade. Isn't that what they used to call the fire department?
Yeah. Yes.
Do Milwaukee batteries even recharge? Or you just throw them out?
No, you just throw them out and buy new ones, yeah.
Oxnard. Have a good day. Basement stream. Let's see the basement. Yeah, everybody wants to see the basement. You've never had anybody willingly go to a basement with you before, have you?
No.
It's a whole new experience. I am switching out from my Harbor Freight bucket that I earned with my hard-earned points, though.
You didn't do anything to earn that bucket.
Yes, I did.
Somehow I miscalculated screws.
It's like
because
a reward.
There's no way that this is going to be
Are you out of screws?
No. Nearly.
Oh.
So how did I miscalculate that?
Man, you've never made any mistakes before. Why start now?
I know. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a slave driver. Crack that whip. Somebody's got to keep this project moving. How'd you find out they were the wrong ones? The safety police.
No, I went to get my framing inspection. All right, let's go down in the basement.
Oh, wait.
There's a huge mess somebody has to clean up.
I need a hot coffee and some tater tots.
What? Okay.
Huh? Hey, Pedro. What do you think of that one?
We're starting. I just entered the matrix. What happened? We are streaming in the basement now because I still have a bunch of screws to fix. I'll BRB.
Oh, man, come on. Don't be like that. This bucket's being unruly. Ooh. This is going to need to be retitled. How many screws will Ryobi take out before it dies? None.
Probably none. I have to... So somehow, I grossly miscalculated how many screws I needed, which is weird because I'm not known for making mistakes. Can you see me on the live stream? Can you see
I just entered the matrix. What happened? You can see some of my face. Is this my good side?
It is not.
You were not on camera at all.
Okay. Okay, we have moved to the basement.
Vault or safe room or just a storage room?
What?
The cistern.
Oh, it's you know the thing. It's just a space. Probably not gonna do much with it. Oh, you know, and these were all the different sizes.
I love what you've done in the place. Will you have an open fire? Like later on.
Or like in the house?
Open fires are banned until
Not
April,
yet.
or wait, May 15th.
It's April 15th to May 15th.
Right,
They want to make sure that during the wettest time of year, you can't burn outside. As you know how...
Sorry if you have already talked about this, but are you personally going to live in the cabin or is it home vacation?
At this moment, I don't know, to be honest.
So he got screwed on a screw purchase. This never ends.
I kind of screwed myself. It was my fault. So the answer to what I'm going to do with the cabin, honestly, I don't really know. It's just a project at this point.
This is where they store all their debris.
Yeah. You just funnel it down here.
Debris. Bucket guy sitting on the new cement wall.
Can you see you? Because I think...
Part of me. Nobody wants to see me.
Okay, but...
I'm self-conscious.
I don't care. All I can see is like half of your head.
Perfect.
And that's even...
Which half?
That's even more strange looking. Oops, sorry.
You're the one in control of the camera. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Uh-oh. I dropped my Milwaukee.
Do you plan on keeping the cistern? Well, we're not removing it. It's heavy. Fire in the house. Log burner. Oh, no. We already talked about the heat. And you're not going to burn wood, right?
No.
Is the wood treated against insects, pressure treated, heat treated, or just basic lumber?
None of it's pressure treated.
Oh, man. They can see me now.
Well, Bucket Man can put the bucket on his head instead of sitting on it, if that would help. I think that guy...
We see the bad half.
...is onto something.
Believe it or not, this is my good eye.
Believe it or not, this is my good side.
You got insurance on that Milwaukee?
Why would I need insurance on it? Somebody going to steal it?
Could be. There's no way to know.
I feel like there's a way to know. If I wake up and it's been stolen, I'll know that someone stole it.
The daylight and the background is eh.
Well, this isn't a Hollywood production studio. This is real life.
2 hands make lighter work. He's got 2 hands. 4 will just get in the way.
He's reading the comments.
51st dates.
What?
Believe it or not, this is my good eye.
Oh. He's reading the comments. It's necessary. Otherwise,
you dropped it.
What?
You dropped your Milwaukee.
Oh.
Shame. Holy cow, there's a mosquito in here. I killed it. It's dead now.
Trilex. Hopefully none more.
No malaria today. Quality of the video went down in the basement.
Oh, sorry.
Probably a reception thing.
I'm going to run out of screws very soon, so that it's not going to...
I'm not giving him money. He'll just buy more Milwaukee stuff.
Would that be the worst thing?
Sitting on your ass won't finish your project. Well, it's not my project. I'm just here for moral support. It fixed itself. Perfect.
He's moderating the comments.
That was way too small to be a mosquito hawk.
If he wasn't, then it would just
I'm a
be
moderator.
Me. It would just be me.
It's so loud.
Running back and forth to try to read comment. I know it's pretty annoying.
This basement's colder than upstairs. Hey, where'd the stairs go?
What?
What happened to all the stuff that was down here?
We moved it out the other night. Where were you? I specifically remember you sitting right there. Where did that other bit go?
999 screws.
99 screws. 99 screw-ups, I feel like, is what's happening right now.
More interesting than a Hollywood blockbuster.
Well, yeah.
Heat rises.
Ow. Ow. Oh, wow, that's hot. Is this entertaining to watch?
I love this video. One guy sits while the other screws, and I'm just waiting for the battery pack to die so we can see him twist the drill.
Don't worry, it'll happen.
Do you have to take out all the screws, or can you just add the right ones?
No, because there's a certain number of holes in the joist hangers.
I guess it is holding up the house. Interesting.
So, nope. The only way to do this is to take out all these old screws, put in the new ones. So that's what we're doing.
Howdy from sunny East Tennessee.
Hello.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Ah, I knew it.
Home. Country roads.
That thing's really yelping, huh?
Waiting for the battery to die, so I start twisting them in my hand.
Why do people in upstate New York not have an accent? What accent should we have?
Why do people think I have an accent? And with that, folks, I am out of screws. I miscalculated something.
My brain just broke. I don't remember the bottle jack being red. I thought it was blue.
Nope.
I think all three of them are red, aren't they?
Yeah. It's always been red.
Someone's either played Fallout 76 or listened to John Denver.
It would be that I've listened to John Denver.
The inspector told them they were wrong.
Yep, that's what happened. That's what happened. I am annoyed that I have to do a bunch of work twice, but
seems like you're screwed.
At the end of the day, these screws are the right way to do it that I'm replacing all these with, so it'll be better.
I love how optimistic you sound, like you weren't forced to do this.
Well,
it's really cute that you think you have a choice.
I was forced to do this.
Right.
I wish I'd have known to do this before I put all the screws, because I would have just put these screws in from the start.
To be fair, you didn't put all these screws in.
No, I didn't. We would have put all of these screws in from the start.
Not me.
What?
I would have quit.
You're fired.
Sweet. Where'd everybody go?
All right. I think we're going to wrap up the live stream.
Still 371 people.
To the 371 people still watching.
Bye.
Thank you, and have a good night. You do like every other YouTuber, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
What was that?
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Wave bye-bye.